collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon in Sagittarius to full moon in Gemini, November into December 2022. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, M-A-L, it's Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, 24 and a half years in service at the time of this recording. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. There is a link in the description box to the Kindle version of it if you'd like to preview it. And believe me, there's a lot more in there than that 24 and a half years, even though I wrote it like 3-4 years ago. Yeah, go check it out. I am a creator on Patreon, and we just had our 1-year anniversary yesterday at the time of this recording. Added some new subscription levels over there. Love it so much. It's the best career move I ever made. I live stream there every morning if you haven't heard. Unlisted YouTube live stream links, so my patrons can chat with me. All of my subscribers get to do that. Me with a cup of coffee and a bathrobe on the couch, streaming from the laptop. It's lovely. The cats get involved. It's a really, really fun time. All of my subscribers also have access to all of the extended readings that I do. Part 1 on YouTube. There's part 2 on Vimeo.com and GodBlessVimeo.com. But all of my subscribers, regardless of level of subscription, get the extendeds, past, present, and into the future. You know, a whole bunch of my subscribers get these recorded Zoom events that we've been doing there, hangouts, tarot parties, classes, workshops, just the coolest thing ever. And it's recorded, so if they miss it at the time that we're doing it, they can watch it back. In fact, it is probably one of my favorite things in the whole world. Patreon.com, at least at the time of this recording. So if you want a deeper experience, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon on Patreon, my beloved crab cakes. Trust me, I am putting it out there. Go click the link and look, man. I just added Seeker and Mystic. So digging it big time. I think you'll like it because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you know, just call me Mal and click the link. Woo, let's get down to biz though, shall we? My crab cakes, if you are new to the channel, 5-card draw is just 1 card for 5 different decks. Getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline, in this case a waxing moon, a beautiful, beautiful November, December 2022. These 5 decks also represent, this is the first video of the day, well, I live streamed on Patreon. These 5 decks also represent the 5 magical elements. This one is fire, then we'll do earth, air, water, and spirit to get you clues, tips, and hints to help you refine your manifestational process. Plant the seed at the new, help it grow and harvest at a full. Spell work, intention work, law of attraction, who's he, what's this, whatever you're into, plant the seed and make it go, because here's the tea, even for the cross watchers. You do this, you are manifesting your heart's desire little by little. That's the element of fire, or what you yearn for, what you burn for, your heart's desire. First deck down, first card down. So the more of us that do that, we shift to more golden timelines instead of lead, right? Healthier timelines instead of toxic. And we take everyone in our lives with us, better versions of them when you jump a timeline, as well as really good for just planet Earth in general, don't you think? So let's look at the astrological timeline, because it's a doozy. We have got the new moon in Sagittarius on Wednesday, November 23rd, 5:57 p.m. I'm from New York. If you can't tell, I can talk with the accent. I was raised with it. It's in there, like Prego. And if that wasn't enough, at 5:57 p.m., let's just say 6 p.m., Jupiter goes direct that very day. So Jupiter is in Pisces. That should be very interesting. But just the idea of Sagittarius, mutable air, right? Changeable air on Wednesday, the day of Mercury, the messenger, that could be a very, very powerful new moon. Just saying, watch the 5-card draws for those. Those are the waxing reads. These are the waning as we let go or release. Oh, no, this is the waxing. Plant the seed there. Sorry. Got my series confused. This one's my favorite, though. The 2 weeks following the building, the growing, the expanding, the what have you, to the full moon in Gemini. But before we get to that full moon in Gemini on Saturday, December 3rd, Neptune goes direct, so that's pretty big outer planets moving forward, so that's going to shift things up big time, bringing us to the full moon in Gemini on Wednesday, so it's a Wednesday to a Wednesday, 2 weeks, December 7th, 11:08 p.m. So I will be doing my magic right after. I'm going to try, now I'll catch it on the waxing side most likely. It's in Gemini on a Wednesday. Come on, it's Mercury, Mercury, Mercury. Freddie, I love you. Freddie, my love, Freddie, my love. So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs. Standard YouTube reading rules apply because your sun sign could have one point of view about this seed, right? Some clues, tips, and hints. Your moon might have another, as well as you might have 4 different sun, moon, rising, Venus sign intentions, spells, whatever you want to set into play. Really, and that would make sense on a Sagittarius new moon on a Wednesday. Shoot those arrows of desire. All right, so both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do my best to get you the clarity, guidance, grace. I hope you manifest your heart's desires. Because honestly, doing this work, looking back, I didn't know this was going to look like, but I've manifested my heart's desire right in this moment doing this work. Aw, please take a nice deep breath. Let's get over it. Cancerians. Still point. And I have those ocean wave sounds in the background, which are just so perfect. Okay. From explanation to divination. Here we go using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. I call to the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, because if the cross watchers manifest this for themselves, they're going to help the Cancerian collective they are cross watching for, as well as the entire collective. So please, beloved ancestors, what is the magical spell card, the spell fragment? I got a kitty cat. Hey Milks, come on up, hang out. Motherhood. My 3 black cats, my youngest. Please, ancestors, gonna keep my cats, chill them out for another half hour or so. And what is the element of fire using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish? The element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire. This beautiful, beautiful November, December 2022. It's the first card out. Sometimes it takes some time. Harvest. 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 This one, itty bitty teeny tiny little type. This one's a little long, but it's come up so many times I almost have it memorized. Here's the spell fragment. As the waves of the ocean are infinite. Right on key. As the trees in the forest grow tall, let's hope they continue to. Let my work now bring me to harvest. I'm ready to receive my all. Now, there's a couple of crab cakes I know personally that just went, okay, what do I got to do? Lil. Oh, Lady Lily of the Quinn. The Queen of Lily. The harvest as a heart's desire that's very general, but it's obviously something you've put work into. And what are you shooting for? At the full moon, you plant the seed. I said exactly that. You plant the seed at new moon, you harvest at full. This could be a 2-week turnaround for you, roundabout. Let's anchor it. Let's ground it with the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. Cannot recommend this enough. If you have the stone indicated on the card, I'm going to write the only 2 bookie book reads, this one and Matt Kahn's Healing Mantra deck. I'll read it from the bookie book because the Oracle messages are really good, but hard to memorize a lot. If you have the stone and you want to use it as a touchstone, an amulet, a gratitude rock, a reminder, right, of something you could hold on to, chant the mantra from the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra, casting the spell, what have you. Lovely, have at it. But some of these are expensive and some of these are rare. Clear quartz does everything. Come on, easy to find. Handful of sand if you got it, that's quartz. But any rock, piece of jewelry, anything that you could carry around in your coat, your bag, your purse, your wallet, whatever works. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. And I really see how still point takes me from explanation to divination as I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the North, powers of Earth, hence the crystal oracle. Please, beloved Archangel of Nature, Archangel of Lyons, the Lion of God, please, one card in clarity for the Cancerian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. What is their element of earth, the fuel that feeds that fire to help them ground and manifest their heart's desire? This beautiful, beautiful November, December 2022. Ooh, petrified wood. What? That's what I thought petrified wood was when I was a kid. Just really, really scared wood. No, it turns to rock, and I actually have some. Petrified, not hard to find, well, depending on where you get it from. Right, not terribly hard to think. Any old piece of wood might work. Any old piece of wood. Would ya, could ya, on a boat? Yeah. Would you, could ya, with a goat? No. Petrified wood. So I'm going to read you what's written here. The keyword: standing the test of time, transformation, and strength. Right. My mind is on this subset of Cancerian women that I know right now that are all artists and creators in their own way. Right? So standing the test of time, transformation and strength. True wisdom stands the test of time because it stems from the eternal part of our nature, the soul. The soul is the immortal, eternal part of you. It is the truth of who you are. A magical transformation is about to occur through an unexpected turn of events. This is all the result of the strength and commitment you have long shown towards something you truly believe in. You know, like maybe you've survived some things that would have taken a larger percentage of the population out, and you're still going. Just keep swimming, well, crabbing. They go side to side. It will soon be time to accept your reward, knowing you were right after all. And what is a Cancerian like more than being right? I was raised by one. My mom's a Cancerian sun sign. They just love to be right. Who doesn't? You have been right all along, and it was Agatha all along. You were right after all. The strength and commitment you have shown for so long will serve you well. Many who have until now either ridiculed you or attempted to discredit you. Get their business card, stick it in the kitty box. Will all of a sudden want to jump to your side. Yeah, you call me when that happens, girl. It's possible to stand firm in your beliefs, yet also show compassion towards others. And look, compassion is part of the Cancerian wheelhouse, the mothers of the zodiac, empath galore. That's a bad name for a drag queen. Empath galore. Then look, oh, color match. I like to call those out because I'm very visual, right? It's definitely in that same range of like that orange, brownish, little touch of red on there. So this feels very grounding. Get a piece of petrified wood if you can. A piece of wood, anything will do. You never know what you have lying around the house until you look. But considering such a earthy, and harvest earthy, I don't know that this is about harvesting wisdom, necessarily. I think this is probably more about harvesting something solid, work, career, vocation, a house, a relationship, something physical, tangible in your life. So, element of air. We're using the Healing with the Angels Oracle. Two ways to interpret these, usually both work together, but it's a general read. Number one, it's the element of air here, right? The thought, the mind, right? Thoughts come and go like air. Change your breath, change your thoughts, change your thoughts, change your breath. So whatever's written on the card, look up the original meaning for it. I say it every reading now because every day I do it. The guys go, look up that one, and I do. And whatever the word is, it gives me such insight to, first of all, how much things change over the centuries, if not millennia. The Latin roots, the Phoenician, you know, it's a lot. But then you go, oh, and it's like that little extra click in the tumbler and the lock, and something reveals itself. The other is that these are healing angels that only come when called. So pray, meditate, do a ritual, light a candle, plant a tree, whatever you're going to do. It's a petrify, and wait a while until it petrifies. So call them in. They can help. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. as I call upon the angels and archangels of water, the sign of Cancer, powers of the West, please, the legions of Archangel Gabriel, one card in clarity for the Cancerian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and Cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the element of air to stoke the fire of harvest that they yearn for, that they burn for, their heart's desire to be anchored, grounded with that petrified wood? See, this is why, thank you. Remind me next time. I will get a bookmark for these because I want to make sure I get those keywords in here. Standing the test of time, transformation, and strength. Of course, that harvest desire, what they have to manifest, that is something they've been working on for a long time. They have the stamina. They have the strength. They have the ability to do this. Please. Who's waiting for them in the wings with their wings outstretched, ready to zoom in, angelic healing legions that they are for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and Cross watcher. This beautiful November, December 2021. 22, shit, celebration. I love this card because she's actually in goddess position, reaching up to the full moon, which is certainly a celebration. Full moons also talk about what? The peak of this cycle, and then you harvest the from the seeds thou hast sowneth. So call up. What? Think about that. Here's a little thought exercise. What would their function be? Like, I know what a plumber does, generally speaking. Please don't make me do math, right? I get an idea about what a mechanic does, right? What their function is. What would the healing angels of celebration do? They'd probably heal you through celebration, or heal you to celebrate, or find you a way of healing that is celebratory, if that's not the same thing I said, just differently. First thing I said, just differently. Regardless, you want to celebrate the harvest. Now look, I'm not one of those people who says, oh, you gotta feel that celebration all the time if you want to manifest it. No, not with what the world's going through. That might have been true, a while ago. It's just not anymore. To be authentic, your water signs, right? To feel what you got to feel here to make your way through this. Really, the emotional strength that this petrified wood might also be talking about is the strength that you have, the emotional freedom, not freedom from emotions, but the freedom to feel all of your emotions without burning down or drowning the village, right? Without acting on it to let it move through you like water. Not, build up and burst like a tsunami because someone cut you off in traffic. I know you. I know you. I've driven with you. No, I'm kidding. Only a couple of you. So let's look at your element, right? The element of water. We use the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angela Hartfield. I've been really loving her whispers of Lord Ganesha in a bunch of different reads. So this is the voices of the higher selves of all involved, but the element of water, is the emotional part. It's the love. It's the whispers of love, not the whispers of emotion. Love is divine power. To put that into it, that emotional part of it moves it along. It's the juice, right? Otherwise it's dry. I don't need a dry spell. Entendre. Tread lightly on my ground. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, I just abbot us. Breathe. And Generation X, I just don't necessarily look at. Still breathe. Here we go. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love for the Cancerian collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, the element of water, to juice up and move the energy for their element of fire, of harvest, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire, with that petrified wood, that strength, that stamina, that endurance that they have inside of them. Working on this for a while. It's any moment now, like turn a corner, it could happen, but maybe over the next 2 weeks, they're waxing what they need to handle it with the healing angels of celebration, right? Throw your hands in the air, and, well, you're a Cancer, so you probably will care. In case it doesn't knock something over in the house. But what is the piece of information, inspiration, insight they need? Higher selves of all involved. The element of water to help them manifest their heart's desire, this beautiful, beautiful. November 2022. Physical touch is important. It is. Now, I was feeling done in. Couldn't win. I've only ever kissed before. Yeah, physical touch is important for some of us, not everybody. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. Yeah, very much so, right? Maybe this is that pat on the back. You've been working. So maybe that is symbolic emotionally, that emotional pat on the back. Somebody says, you did it. Good for you. I got your back. Crab cakes. My mom's cancer. I got your back. Just be cool. Don't try and mother me. I already got one. Yeah, physical touch is important. It is. And after, well, pandemic is a whole subject. Obviously, it's a whole part of our history. But certainly a lot of people haven't, right? Particularly they don't live with people. But even, going out in the world, right? It's tricky. So there is something very grounding about that. Again, it goes with that petrified wood. It's like, go get yourself a manicure, pedicure, facial massage, right? If this is a financial harvest coming in for you, or even just, giving yourself a pat on the back is lovely, but maybe even give some pats on the back for others who may well be involved in the celebration of your harvest, because no man is an island. None of us do it alone. I alone do nothing. And I alone do nothing, but with the divine all things are possible, and I do get by with a little help from my friends. That's the card down. That was lovely, wasn't it? It's them. Not the statues, not the jewelry, not the crystals. The divine beings that I work with day in, day out, even when I'm sleeping. Speaking of spirit, let's do the last card down. The Macon healing mantra. Energize this thing, right? Say the mantra a little bit every day with a piece of petrified wood or something similar. Chant the mantra, whatever it is. Feel the intention for physical touch. Cast the spell of harvest a little bit every day, a lot of it every day for 2 weeks. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, which I don't think I've done yet in this series, because harvest could be about anything. It's just way too general, and, it's something that they've been working on for a while, and that makes it very personal. So please, beloved ones, one card in clarity for the Cancerian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Cross Watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, the Perfect Healing Mantra, to charge this thing with spirit, with energy, so they can manifest their heart's desire of harvest in fire, petrified wood in earth, celebration, healing angels in air, and physical touch is important to them emotionally. What do you got? Yet see if you have any earth signs and earth planets. Hopeful. Run your chart. And the Perfect Healing Mantra to do all of that, please, beloved Ascended Masters of the General Assembly for the Cancerian Collective Cross Watcher, this beautiful November, December 2022. Dissolving judgments. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. Now, if I could go right back in that book. That people who doubted you, I'm like, now they're all going to jump to your side. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. Or as I have said to individuals in my life, excuse me, I didn't incarnate for you. I incarnated for all of us. Well, that evolved over time. It used to be just, I didn't incarnate for you, right? But it is true. We're one eternal being, eternal light appearing as all, which is another Macon healing mantra, interestingly enough. So dissolving judgments, we all have them. And look, here's the deal. Sometimes the judgment doesn't start up here. Sometimes it's down here, lower 3 chakras, right? Second chakra, somebody, you just think their name and it just goes, second chakra goes, wants to leave the room, right? That's an intuition, but the intuition is this lovely golden nugget of wisdom, but it's got this thin veneer of ego judgment around it. Love yourself through it. Let yourself have the judgment. Let them with you. Because what it is you don't like them. You don't really hate them. Dumb people. Right? And it helps dissolve the judgment. It helps us, okay, so underneath that, it's okay. You may rage, you may scream, you whatever. Really grounding this for some of the people along the way who perhaps were hindrances to your harvest. Oh, harvest hindrances. So, you know, to do that, because you know what? Chances are they're still around. You know, chances are they're still in your energy field. They're in your energy field if you're thinking about them right now. So I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey, because every day is a winding road. But we get a little bit closer. Do I say that in every reading? I say it a lot. Sheryl Crow has written so many songs that she doesn't know have been the soundtrack to different eras of my life. Don't you know? DISSOLVING, Dissolving Judgment. Here's what Khan has to say. Khan! Dissolving judgments. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. When judgments are dissolved, you don't have to enjoy the actions of others in order to glean benefit from them. Oh yeah, particularly as an intuitive, you can zig when they zag. Symbolically, maybe literally as well, when you know that every moment has been created to help each soul shine its brightest, it becomes easier to not take things personally, or as I have been saying lately, it's not the person, it's the program they're running. They're not the program. But man, I don't like that program, right? I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. It becomes easier to not take things personally. Instead, you're able to appreciate the positions life has put you in as evidence of your evolving mastery and form. It's all about that, you know. It doesn't matter the subject matter. We come down here to achieve mastery, just like an artist, an artisan, right? PhD. E-I-E-I-O. This mantra is ideal for learning to speak your truth, cultivating empathy, because you could say, oh, they're in pain, right? It's not the person, it's the painful pattern. That's a lot of pa-pa-pas. Easier to remember. And trusting the universe, which I think is a big part of this as well. Like, even if it's just that last one for you, it's like, you don't know how long I've been working on this. I've been crab caking this one for decades, some of you, right? But it's coming. You have the perseverance, right? These key words, I would write them down. Standing the test of time, transformation, and strength. So things are going to transform, and don't worry, it's not just a state change from like water to water vapor, air to water to ice. It's a transformation. You can't unburn a cookie. You can't go backwards on a cookie. This feels really good, but your judgments in the way are seeing through a glass darkly. I just gave you New Testament, that's an eclectic witch for you. But I really, really think what you want is much, much closer than you may realize. So, we're going to do a blessimation. We're going to summarize, we're going to bless and summarize these 5 cards, because that's what I do. And then at the end of that, the reading is officially over, but I will release the Cancerian Collective at the very end. It's usually about 2 minutes long, where I let the goofy out of the cage, because you can tell it's so repressed. Please take a nice deep breath. Liberté. Call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Cancerian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. May they be blessed with all that they need. This beautiful, beautiful new moon in Sagittarius to full moon in Gemini, November, December 2022, that they can dissolve their judgments, because they don't have to like the actions of others in order to love their life, and in order to be emotionally free, it's okay to dislike. Just don't leave it there. Help them go deeper on it. And yet physical touch is important somehow in this, which can often release, right? Particularly massage can release all sorts of stuff that's been pent up. But maybe that is the pat on the back that goes all the way around in a circle of friends or collaborators or whoever else is involved in this, and there is something to celebrate here. That's why I'm not so worried, right? Maybe now is the time. It's like, oh my god, I got what I want. Ah, she's okay. Oh, he's all right. His crown chakra gets stuck in his root chakra every now and again. Happens to all of us, right? I have to like what they did in order to love this, because I stood the test of time. They stood the test of time. Pantheons of the divine, you know that better than all of us do, with that determination, and their harvest is coming right around the corner. So may they be blessed with all that they need to manifest this harvest. In this very general read, could be just about anything. So, as the waves of the ocean are infinite. Missed its cue. As the trees in the forests grow tall, let their work now bring them to harvest. They are ready to receive their all. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be, and so it is. That was nice and solid. Did you like it? Hit the thumbs up on that one. Come on. Help the other crab cakes find it. Help the other Cancerians and cross-watchers find it. Don't drop the celebration until it's done. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, I don't know, subscribe or something. You do you. Don't make me blush. I can't blush anymore. I lost the ability a long time ago. And hit the notification bell because, you know, as a mystical artist, I'm not in the normal human timeline when it comes to what the divine wants of me. And if you want to book me for a private reading, there's a reading in the description box called Booking a Reading with Mel. Right here on YouTube explains everything you ever wanted to know about booking a reading with Mel, but we're afraid to ask. And if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more mal, see if I can do this, because now we've got seekers, we've got humans, we've got heroes, we've got angels, we've got witches, we've got immortals, we've got mystics, and we've got gods and goddesses over on Patreon.com. Patreon.com. I told you I let the goofy out of the cage. Love it so much. Live streams every morning. Extended reads so much. My ebooks are on there. Videos. I think we got like something like over 60 my Vimeo on demand stuff. A lot of my subscribers get that stuff over there included in their subscription. So take the deeper dive. If you feel so called, come to Patreon on Patreon. Because I'm the Archangel Lyons, Angelo Lyons. Just call me Mal. I love you. I love you. What a fun read. I'm so happy for you. I'm going to probably message my Cancerian friends, plural, who I feel this relates to, just to give them a heads up, because it's not hitting, I think, until Monday or Tuesday. Whatever. I love you. Hang in there. Comment if you like. I believe in you. And most important, reach out if you need help, because, you know, we get by with a little help from our friends. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.